Since Sean's not here, we can talk about Mando as much as we like.
Maybe we can.
So,
what if we don't like?
Yeah, Matt absolutely loves it because it's got little Grogu in it.
It's not Grogu or Baby Yoda.
It didn't just have little Grogu in it, Phil. It had little Grogu hugging even
the
smaller
things.
merchandising opportunities.
Matt, you need to hand in your man card and cut off your penis.
I'm getting old and mellow. Do you know what, Yoda? I'll tell you what. If we just switch it to Picard for a minute, I'm very much like Worf, where I always used to be an angry, aggressive young man, and now I'm getting older. I'm a little bit more. Want a cup of tea? And I was watching Mando 3. I was watching Mando episode 3, and I feel I'm not even going to apologise for it. When I see those little dudes fixing that thing, I was just like, do you know what? It just reminded me of like Return of the Jedi, where these little practical monsters and all that. And I was like, that's quite good. I quite enjoyed it.
You know what? Child. That irritated the hell out of me because it's like that little guy it was in Rise of Skywalker.
Babu Frick, he was called in Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Right.
Which was stupid in Rise of Skywalker. But anyway.
Well, he was the only thing that people seemed to like out of that movie. Everybody seemed to like Babu Frick, or people responded positively to him. So let's get 3 of them and put them in Mando along with Grogu. Let's get all the cute in there. What about the story? It's just a video game quest. Go here, then take a side quest here, then take a side quest. Did anything happen? No.
I'm sorry. I think one of the best things out of the Rise of Skywalker was also Zori Bliss, arse in that outfit. That was can't think of her name now. Kerry Russell's. Ass. So why did we get 3 of them?
Yeah, I don't know. She's a special creature, that Kerry Russell.
Just the asses are just in there trying to fix things.
I know, voice. She's got such a great voice as well.
I just thought it sucked. The beginning makes no sense when they are in the water. At first, I thought it was a flashback. I thought that was a flashback where they were giving the helmet.
Yeah, I did.
And then it turns out, no, it's not.
Obviously, to a girl as well. They had to give it to.
No,
it was a modern audience. You're right.
It was a girly boy. Don't worry. But they give him the helmet, and then this alligator comes out, and it's like there's no way he could have came out of that depth, unless the drop off is like a sheer cliff right behind him.
Yeah.
And then once he's out, he's standing, but his body is still way out over where he came up. So how is his back end of the crocodile still standing? And then they want to use ropes that he correctly just rolls over and flings Mandalorians all over the goddamn place.
Right. The problem I found afterwards with this was in the Book of Boba Fett, which you had to get to understand how Grogu got back to Yoda. Apparently, there's been a couple of years between the two of them. So it was at the end of season 2. It's now 2 years, like a couple of years later, and so Grogu and Yoda are back together. But in the Book of Boba Fett, the armorer says she's there with this other guy, and with Din Djarin gone, he says, "Oh, there's only 3 of us left now." Not according to that episode, there wasn't. There was like a whole stack of them.
Yeah, it's been 2 years though.
No. That's what I mean. It's been 2 years, but the Book of Boba Fett was 2 years later. So obviously, this recruiting's happened in the last few weeks. Apparently,
it's been 2 years since Boba Fett to where we are now with Mando. Since Yoda or Grogu, what the fuck he's called, since he left Luke, it's been 2 years. We're catching up 2 years later when he rejoined Mando.
But I thought he got him back. I thought he got Grogu back in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, he did. And then it's been... So Mando season 3 is now 2 years after that.
I love how you guys are acting like any of this shit matters.
But again, it's just... Again, but it's... You see, they showed that introduction. Again, this is something else that annoyed me. They showed the introduction from the Book of Boba Fett when Boba Fett went back to Jabba's palace and killed Bib Fortuna. Right, I double-checked this. Bib Fortuna was on the sail barge that blew up. there was no way Bib Fortuna was alive. No way. No way.
Yeah, I'd never consider him surviving. Anyone surviving that.
Not paying attention to the details. That's what I don't like about this show. Anyway,
I
Yoda,
wonder,
carry on.
No, he hid behind Jabba's corpse, and it shielded him from all the flame, because that's a lot of corpse.
And then he walked across the desert back to where they were. No.
If Boba could do it without his armor.
Yep. Bob Fortuna can.
Anyway,
I saw you didn't like Mando. I liked it. It had big crocodiles.
There was nothing that happened.
And pirates.
What did you like? I don't get it. Nothing
I
happened.
like the fact that I could sit there for half an hour and not listen to the missus, or not think about work, or not worry about what fucking politicians are up to. I could just sit there for 30 minutes and just switch off.
I feel like there's a lot of things that are probably better than this that you could do that with. I don't think it had to be this episode.
It was just nice after a long
This is the best you can tell me about it, Matt. The best you can tell me about this episode is that they kept the wife quiet. Jesus Christ. Jamming with fake praise doesn't even begin to cover it.
I liked it. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't get the fact as well, the whole IG-11 thing, that I understand he wants IG-11 back because he could trust it. But then I couldn't get it that he said his memories are erased. And so you're thinking, so just get a new droid. If his memory's gone, he's not going to remember anything that's happened beforehand. So just get a new droid. But again,
that's the way everyone go, oh, look, did you see the Terminator reference?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like,
I'll give you
it's like, this is the only droid I can trust. It's like, well, not if you don't save his files before you shut him off. Otherwise, he's going to try to murder you again. Maybe that's not very trustworthy. Just saying. Seems like a lot of extra work.
And he says, oh, if I take him down to the planet, I don't want him going schizoid again. And it's like, that's probably going to happen now because his memory's just been erased. So, you know.
Can I offer you a protocol droid that can barely move more than 3 feet an hour? Just take him.
I love the fact as well that Chato, when you say about protocol droids, I love the fact that Chato said, because when he first landed and it sort of said, welcome to Navarro and all this stuff, I'm thinking, who's doing the narration? And Chato said, imagine that droid walking around and you're near the entrance of this city or whatever, and every time somebody new comes through, you've got this droid going, hello, welcome to Navarro. Shut up! I know it's a peaceful bloody place. No, shut up!
That's Disneyland.
I can tell. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They are retooling that Galaxy's Edge, and they're going to insert some more original, and they're going to put Mando in there. They're going to turn it into Navarro. I guarantee that's they want it to. When you watch that, and then you go to Galaxy's Edge, it's going to feel exactly the same. I guarantee that's what's happening.
Yep, it's just conditioning, Phil. That's all that was.
But you liked it, right? You love being conditioned.
I did. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it.
Whip me, bitch. Whip me.
I enjoyed it.
I'm just picturing Kathleen Kennedy coming at you, and you got a ball gag in your mouth going, more.
It's not going if I don't push back.
You disappoint me.
I was going to say, what a brilliant argument. But again, it just felt like filler, and it like Yoda said, it was quest time. So I need to go to here to get this, and then there to go that, and then there to go that, and then they set up the Moss guy, Moss Nass, who's just covered with seaweed.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
it was literally swamp. Because I saw I think who wrote the article? Was it you, Phil?
Yeah,
it was you for you review. And I looked at it and I was like, why has he put a picture of Swamp Thing on there? I was thinking perhaps he's taking a piss. And I was reading it, I was like, oh no, it's an actual character. Of all the creature designs in the world, you've basically taken Swamp Thing.
It's nice to see Warner lending out their characters. It kind of harkens back to Roger Rabbit, It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing everything is just, it was a video game. It really was. And there was nothing that happened. There was nothing I cared about. Why does he have to go bathe? If you're that short of people in your tribe, maybe kind of ease up on the whole removing the mask thing in front of people. It's getting a little silly. You're going to go extinct. Then what do you got left? I mean, you can look throughout history of different traditions that people kept that were discarded because of possible extinction, because of technology or whatever. Even church and everything, if you're going to be that sacred about this kind of stuff, you are going to die. And that apparently is what's going to happen to the Mandalorians.
What I did like, though, is the fact if they always wear their helmets, if two of them ever meet and fall in love, it is based on personality and not just on looks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. Or ours, yeah.
I just always wonder what happens if one of them switches armor with another. Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, swap helmets. Right, both turn around, swap helmets. So nobody saw.
Change the voice modulator. He'll think he's fucking you.
You pull Kerry Russell as a Mandalorian, next week you go around there and you're having a reef around, she's got a cock and balls, you'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
No, it's me. Prove it. Yeah. I can't. This is the way.
Yeah. Stop being a bigger.
Yeah. Because it's funny, actually, you say that, because Zori Bliss never did take her helmet off, did she? So maybe she's like a budget Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, like I say, it was filler episode for me, and just like you say, just nothing really happened. It was kind of just cheesy setup.
It's not good when it's your season premiere. It should not be like that. It should. I mean, setup is fine, but it should be like, okay, I really want to see what's happened next. This is why I've been loving Picard, which is really making me want to stick a fork in my nards. But I love this season of Picard. It's really every episode makes me want to see the next one. I've rewatched them a couple of times. I'm like, going, it's not perfect. There are things I've had problems with. That second episode was it needed some work, but the third episode is great, and I hear the fourth episode is really going to be gangbusters. We'll see.
Apparently, it gets better as well. From all,
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it at the moment. I enjoyed episode 1. 2 was trash. Don't know 3 was all right.
2 wasn't trash, but it wasn't enough. 3 was good. They had some great character moments, especially between Picard and Crusher. And both of them were talking about, because it was a lot like the con where it's like, I stayed away. Why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you they had answers for all that. They go into a lot deeper, and his responses are perfectly justified. One of her excuses was a little weak, but then later on she had some much better ones, and you kind of understood where she was coming from. And the same with Picard and Riker. It's like both of them are correct, or at least they have good arguments of why they're taking the actions that they are. And one of them may turn out to be wrong, but you can understand why they came to their conclusions. It's not just filler, random nonsense to keep the story together.
I've got my two issues with Picard, Yoda, are Raffi. Gee, I just fucking hate that bitch. And 2 is Picard just seems so dismissive, so submissive, not dismissive, so submissive to everyone.
I don't see that in this show. Not this season. He has.
I have highs and I have real lows. I don't seem to have. I haven't found a middle ground with Picard just yet.
I see him. I mean, he is an admiral, and admirals don't really give orders on ships. Star Trek 2 is an anomaly. That doesn't really happen. But he's doing he's telling Riker what he thinks and where he's wrong, and Riker's the captain. I did really like that Captain Shaw, as much as he dislikes Riker Picard, he says, Riker, you're the captain now, because he was too injured to go on.
Yeah.
He didn't even hesitate. I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, there's some good parts, but there's some parts that I'm just like, oh.
I've put it on my watch list, but I haven't quite got through. Yeah, I kind of want to watch it, but I don't know. I might just. I think I might wait till the series is finished and then binge the whole thing.
I don't blame you. I'm not because I want to write up the episodes, but it's been. I'm shocked, and I'm not going to say that this is like a return to form, or they finally figured it out. We got one guy that's running this one season reasonably correctly. He's saddled by a few things. I will say Jonathan Frakes at least turned the lights on in that third episode. That was appreciated.
Yeah. I'll give it to Frakes. He is an absolute master at understanding Star Trek. He really does know his own head. It's a
masterclass.
If you ever see anything Star Trek related, he's got Jonathan Frakes' name attached to it. You know it's going to be good. I think the bloke
Insurrection wasn't great.
Yeah, well,
just to come back. Sorry, just very very quickly. Gates McFadden. I saw an image of her randomly popped up somewhere, and it was of her and of Jennifer Connelly, because Gates McFadden worked as director of choreography and puppet movement on Labyrinth.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because she was a dancer, wasn't she? So, yeah.
She was a choreographer before she was an actress, yeah.
But yeah, it was just this picture popped up, and I was like, "Oh no way, she worked on that." And then just read up about it. It was like, "Oh, how strange! I didn't realise." Sorry.
I'll tell you what. If you watch some of the old, you sort of watch some of the Next Generation episodes. Even the way she carries herself and she moves about the sets, you can see that she's very elegant. She's got great movement. She's not aged particularly well. I don't know if that's natural aging or she's had something done, but she was stunning back in the day. Back in the day, she was stunning. Lovely looking woman.
I still think she's still got it. You know, I mean,
she's not Madonna train wreck work. No, she's okay, but it's noticeable.
I've had worse. I've had worse. Hang on a minute. Darling, just come here.
See the door handle in the background start rattling you and they're going, "You prick."
Hey, that's what they invented paper bags for.
Right, so with Mando, I again, I'm going to watch it to review it, but it's kind of just not really blowing my skirt up much at the moment.
Okay, we'll see.
Anyway, so let's move on.
Disappointing. Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.